How will the universe end? That seems like a pretty gloomy question. Of course, there's no need to worry about anything terrible happening to the universe anytime soon. Not for billions and billions of years, but eventually the universe is going to end up in one of several ways. It might expand forever, everything in it getting further and further apart. It might collapse in on itself. Or it might be suddenly destroyed in a spectacular event in which the fabric of space-time is torn apart. So which will it be? The fate of the universe was sealed in the very first few moments it came into existence, because how the universe will end was decided by its contents at the very beginning. All those contents, as we know, are rushing apart because of the explosive event called the Big Bang. And we used to think it was simply a question of looking at how much matter there is in the universe, mostly in the form of galaxies, and seeing if the mutual pull of gravity of all this matter was enough to eventually reverse the outward rush due to the Big Bang and cause the universe to begin collapsing again at some point in the future, or whether the expansion would continue forever, albeit gradually slowing down. But then a couple of spanners were thrown into the works, complicating our calculations. The first was the discovery of dark matter. A huge amount of some unknown form of matter, it turns out, exists around galaxies and throughout galaxy clusters that can't be seen, but makes its presence known by its gravitational effects. Then, more recently, astronomers found something even more sensational. The rate of expansion of the universe is increasing against every expectation. The contents of the universe are flying apart faster and faster as time goes on. This unexpected form of energy or field, which acts in the opposite sense to gravity, quickly became known as dark energy. Together, dark matter and dark energy make up about 95% of the total mass energy content of the universe, and we don't know what either of them are, which is a bit embarrassing. Observations do suggest, though, that the influence of dark energy is increasing, which means that it's winning in its battle against gravity, making it likely that in the future the universe is going to be stretched apart at an increasing rate. It seems very unlikely now that the universe will ever reverse its expansion and its contents come back together again in a big crunch. Instead, it seems much more likely that all the stuff we can see, the galaxies and the clusters and superclusters of galaxies, will get pulled apart faster and faster as time goes on. The ultimate fate of the universe may depend on the exact nature of dark energy, and we still don't know what that is. What we do know is that dark energy is an intrinsic property of space, so it doesn't weaken as space expands. I did a separate video on dark energy that you might want to check out. I mention in it that there are two leading candidates for what it actually is. One is the cosmological constant and the other is quintessence. So check out the video if you want more details of these. Both of these leading models predict expansion that can't be reversed. The mildest form of this expansion is one in which everything just gets gradually further and further apart and cools down, leading to a big chill, or what the Victorians first called the heat death of the universe. But if dark energy takes the form of quintessence, and if quintessence in turn takes a specific form known as phantom energy, then something much more dramatic will happen. All of a sudden, in cosmic terms, about 22 billion years from now, the expansion of space will become so extreme that everything from clusters of galaxies to individual atoms will be torn apart in an ultimate act of destruction called the Big Rip. But don't worry, most cosmologists don't see much evidence that dark energy takes the form of phantom energy, so the Big Rip is very unlikely to happen. Almost certainly the universe will die a slow, lingering death from endless expansion and cooling. So, thank you for watching, and sleep well.